Hello, ladies and gentlemen of Minecraftia. This is Vert here, coming out with you with another tutorial. You could probably tell from the title what this is going to be. This is a aesthetically designed hidden table enchanting room thing. Um, it is customizable with the level of enchantment that you want, as in you can, I can't really enchant a sign, but you can adjust how many bookshelves are there, all the way up to the full 30. That will give you a level 50 enchantment. You just gotta click a few times, put the tool in and out. If you don't get it right away, it'll come in a couple minutes. But, let us get right into the tutorial. Before we go, though, you will see that I made this room really lopsided. One half looks like this, the other half looks like this, and I've made the two windows different. I've made the placement of the levers different. I'm going to show you first how to do this kind of room, because this is the easiest, and at the end of the video, if you stick around, I'll show you how to make your room like this, which gives a very different appearance, you know, from the outside as opposed to this from the inside, etc. So, yep, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. Alright, so step one is going to be digging the trenches. In order to know how you're going to dig for this, you have to determine whether you want to do this style with the half slabs or this style with the solid floor. If you're going to do this style, then you will have to dig down 2 blocks. If you're going to do this style, you will have to dig down 1 block into the ground. So since we're doing that style for this tutorial, we are going to be digging 2 blocks down. So this is going to be 2 blocks below the surface. Once you've done that, you're going to determine whether you're going to do 1 or 2 blocks. You're going to count out a 10 by 10 space, and that is where all your circuitry is going to go. And you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 from each side, and on the 4th block from each side, with this side being where the door is going to be, you're going to dig a trench all the way across. And at the start of that trench, you'll put a redstone torch, which we'll remove later, redstone, and then on the 1, 2, 3, 4th block from the end, you're going to put a wool block. And you will put torches on that and redstone. One thing that's important to note is, if you see my videos before, you know I frame this stuff with glowstone when I'm doing my platforms. This glowstone block here actually is part of the tutorial, and if yeah, I'll show you real quick why that is. Power can now go up glowstone because redstone can be placed on it. However, it cannot come down glowstone, and this sort of acts as I don't know what gate you would call it, but what this does is over here, when this turns off because of the lever, or on because of the lever, it'll go up to this middle piston, but it won't go down here and mess up the rest of the circuit. So whenever we turn either side on, if you'll just let me show you real quick, the bookshelf behind the piston will go up. Doesn't matter which lever we hit. And the same is true on the top. So yes, make sure you put that glowstone there, and I'll let you look at the redstone one more time. Step 2 will be laying the groundwork. This is the big step of the bottom part, because it's where most of the machinery gets laid down. From the block where you placed your torch, you're going to go up and count over 1, 2, 3, and on the 3rd block, you're going to place a piston on top of the redstone. So that's 3 blocks in. And excluding this block, you're going to go a full square around this center block here. And these are what are going to raise the bookshelves up. I'll just show you real quick the repeater timings. So after you place the redstone here, blocks there to prevent it from cross-talking. This is a single delay, and this is a 2-tick delay going into a block. And this is 1, 2, 3, and 4 delay. And that's what gives you the effect of like the the noise of the effect of them all quickly coming up one after the other. Oh, that was a funny noise. And if you don't want to do that, you can always just place this, set all the repeaters to 1, and remove this here. And that'll give you the effect of just them all coming up at the same time. So, but I think most people will prefer the sort of sliding up and down sort of thing. I prefer it at least. Alright, so we've got that down. Now we can move on to step 3. Alright, after dealing with some chickens, pigs, and sheep, we are ready for step 3, the bookshelves. So, this layer is going to just essentially just be the bookshelves, another block in the middle, and I know it's not on the same layer, but we're also going to place the enchantment table because that would be the only thing for that layer, so it's good to just include it. And just let you look at everything. Bookshelves go on top of every single sticky piston. Alright, step 4 is going to be laying everything down for the final layer. This may be easier to build if you wait till afterward to put the bookshelves in, and instead put them 2 layers above where they are. Well, not the bookshelves, but put blocks 2 layers above where they are, like this. This will allow you to place the pistons more easily. So, and then you're going to place the wool just like this, leaving out a block here and a block here. And it will be the same on the other side, simply mirrored. Step 5 will be laying the redstone for the top layer. You can remove the blocks that you used to place the pistons, which are all going to go upside down. And you will then place the redstone in a very similar manner to the redstone that we used for the bottom layer. Right now you're only going to place these bits, but they will be exactly the same, with a 1 tick delay, 2 tick delay into a block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, these going into blocks as well. Step 6 is only a few blocks. You're just going to place some redstone on top of these blocks that we placed in the last layer, and you're also going to add these 3 blocks here. And these are going to be part of the redstone carrying system. Step 7 is going to be for powering the final layer. As with the bottom, we are going to place 2 temporary redstone torches that will power the machine by default in order to prevent the pistons from being messed up. As you can see, they are pushed down right now. Once we connect this, the power will go back to normal. So, just 2 blocks above the pistons, you're going to place, or 2 blocks above this block powering the piston, you'll place this. And next to that, a block with a redstone torch on each side. Above the pistons, you're going to place glowstone, because if this were a regular block, it would be powered by the redstone on top of it, and would turn these 2 pistons into a bud switch, which would cause them to fire at the wrong time. On the end, you'll place 2 redstone torches, and you'll place redstone on top of the 3 blocks we placed in the last layer. Step 8 involves simply placing blocks above these torches and lining these top bars with redstone. This will turn your machine off, and it should look like this now. Upon having placed the blocks in redstone in the previous layer, you will have completed the circuitry for the machine, and now it will be time to wire up the levers. For the design that we decided upon before, where the floor will be level with the bookshelves, you're going to have, you're going to have a single wide doorway, and you'll place levers 1 block away from the doorway. And below the levers and the next block, you will dig out blocks so that your doorway still has a block under it. And you have to have solid blocks here. Under those, you will place redstone, And you will remove these redstone torches. Replace them with these. Now, when you pull the levers, your bookshelves will come up. In order to wire the upper layer, your door frame will probably be at this height, as this room is 2 blocks high. You're going to place your switches above the ones here, and place redstone torches above the blocks on which the switches are. In order to make this an aesthetically pleasing part of the building, as without adjusting the redstone to be much larger, it will be visible, you can line these pieces with blocks and place redstone between them to give a decorative effect to the design. On the blocks you placed above the torches, you will place another torch, and this will wire the top blocks. And once you are done that, you can decorate the inside of the building by placing blocks on the floor. Probably one of the best decorations you can make. Blocks in the ceiling, etc. However you like to do it. If you would like to see the other way of wiring the machine so that you can have everything on the sides half block with stairs, if you believe that to be more aesthetically appealing, you can stick around till after all the video information, and I will show you how to wire that. In order to wire the machine so that your levers are directly next to the doorway and are part of a 2 wide gap, in case you want your building to look like this, you will have to make the following changes. The blocks here will have to be removed along the outside, and you can replace them with half slabs. And then the blocks next to the bookshelves are removed, and those will be replaced with stairs of whatever type you wish. And on the corners, you put half slabs. Next, you will notice that there is a gaping hole right here, which is not a good thing. Assuming that you want a 2 wide window, you will place 2 wide blocks. I prefer glass panes here because it allows you to see what's going on as it's going on, and it leaves a sort of wide doorway for you to walk through because glass blocks stop at the half. So you can go ahead and dig out here. Obviously you would not be digging this out if you built it like this, because this would be the level ground. You will place a block here, here, and here. You will place your lever right on this block, and you can dig down underneath and simply place a redstone here. The bottom is now wired, and for the top, you place your lever, remove your previous wiring, and you will place the block of your choosing on top of a redstone torch that is above the lever. A redstone torch on that. A block on top of that. a redstone torch there, and a block on there. This will give you the same delay as the other style had, and make your machine perhaps a little bit more aesthetically appealing if you're willing to put the work in. As you can see with the way I've done the room, there's just an infinite number of possibilities to the way you can decorate this. And if you implement one of these into your single player world, feel free to send me a screenshot because I really like seeing how people implement my designs in their world. Thank you for watching again, in case you, because you stuck around. I appreciate you extra. And I will see you in the next video.